get started. We're going to get in a comfortable seated position. And then we're going to start with a new mudra with our hands. So I want you to take your pinky and ring finger and just let them rest against your palm. And then you're going to bring your other finger, your index, your pointer, and your thumb together. Can you guys hear me okay? Yep. Yes. So you're going to bring these other fingers together. And then this is called a Pushpa Mudra or a blooming mudra. So you're going to open your index finger, your thumb, and your ring finger, and your middle finger, and just let them open. And this symbolizes the blooming of flowers. So it's just a blooming within yourself. Let's go ahead and take a nice big cleansing breath, holding the hands up. Big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And repeat. Big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And then relax the fingers, and then open the hands, bring them all together, hands to the heart. We'll go ahead and set an intention for our practice. And then go ahead and soften the hands down. We're going to transition right away into a tabletop position. So go ahead and come up on hands and knees. Tops of the feet are going to rest comfortably on the floor. Arms are underneath the shoulders. Pointers going straight out. Pinky and thumb have good contact with the mat. We're going to do 6 rounds of cat-cow tilt, starting with a cow. On your inhale, you're going to drop the chest and look up. And then exhale, rounding like a cat. And then go ahead and do 5 more rounds on your breath. Taking your time here. Moving with ease. We're just warming up the body. And once you've done a total of 6, go ahead and stop with a neutral spine. All should be just about there. And then this is going to be a little different. I want you to take your hips to the right, take your gaze to the left. Keeping the feet flat on the floor. And then coming back to neutral, we're going the opposite direction, pressing the hips to the left, head goes to the right. And this is just to get a nice little easy stretch on the side body, coming back to center, going to the right with the hips, gaze going to the left, and then we'll roll back to neutral, and then one more time, hips going to the left, gaze going to the right, and then coming back to neutral. Let's go ahead and soften down on our elbows, and then you're going to gently ease the knees back, and then drop the chest towards the mat. Forehead stays above. This is your puppy pose, getting a nice stretch to your back. Nice and easy here. And then go ahead and press back up into your hands and walk them back into underneath your shoulder, knees underneath the hips. Let's stretch the right arm in front of us, but keep the palm facing towards the ground. And then we're going to sweep the arm back, lifting up, palm faces the ceiling. Take the arm forward once again, palms facing down. And then soften the hand down to the floor. Reset your arms, and let's do the left side. Sweep the left arm forward, palm is facing down. And then sweep the arm back, going along the sides of your leg, palms facing up. Getting that stretch in the back of your arm. Bringing that arm forward once again, and then soften down. Keeping your tabletop in place, go ahead and turn your head to the right. Nice, easy stretch for the neck. then bring your gaze back to the floor and turn it to the left. Again, nice, easy stretch for your neck. And then go ahead and soften the gaze back to the floor. Just go ahead and tuck the toes. Walk the hands slightly forward, keep them right by your shoulders, and lift upward, downward facing dog. Nice V shape with your body, pressing your heels towards the floor. Get a nice, find just something you can kind of concentrate your gaze on. Then nice, easy pedals with the knees. And then we'll soften here. Nice stretch from the back. Soften the knees back down. Let's open them up wide towards the corners of our mat. Bring the big toes together. We're going to rock back and go right into a child's pose. Go ahead and rotate the arms. We go along the sides of our legs and the palms face up. Shoulders are nice and open here. And just a few more breaths. Go ahead and press up into our hands. Bring the knees in. We're back into a tabletop. I want you to lift the right arm straight in the air, and we're going to thread it through, and we're going to rest on the right shoulder. Take the left arm and stretch it out in front of you. Slide it along your mat. And then slide that left arm back towards you. Lift it up, wrap it around, resting at your low back. Pausing here. Nice easy breathing. And then go ahead and soften that left hand down onto your mat. You're going to press up, coming back into a tabletop. I want you to drop the chest and look up for a cow. And then rounding for a cat. Relax mid-neutral. This time we're going to lift the left arm up. We'll thread it through, coming to resting on the left shoulder. And then we're going to stretch the right arm in front of us. And then slide the right arm back close to you. And then lift it up, wrap it around, resting at your left hip, opening up the shoulder. That feels too intense. You can walk the hands, closer to your right hip, or you can relax it down on the floor, whatever feels better for you. And then we'll lift up that right hand and then press into our mat. And we'll rise up back into a tabletop. Arms back underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and drop the chest and look up for a cow. And then rounding for a cat. Relax it neutral. Tuck the toes. We're going to go into a downward facing dog. So make whatever adjustments to your hands that you need to. And then nice, easy up and down with the legs. And then come slowly up on your tiptoes. And then we'll press the heels towards the mat. Doesn't matter if your heels don't touch. You can have a softness to your knees here so you don't overextend your hamstring. And then we'll look towards our hands and we'll walk forward, walking all the way to the front of our mat and pausing in a forward fold or Uttanasana. Softness to the knees, hands along the sides. When we go ahead and move your hips a little bit. And then pause at center and rise halfway, flattening out the back, head points out. And then folding forward once again. Let's roll to standing, taking our time. And then let's lift the arms up overhead. And then bring the hands to namaste. Take them behind your head, take your gaze up. And then lift the arms straight up in the air. Let's open and welcome some sun energy into the body. Bring the hands back to Namaste and then ease down into a forward fold Uttanasana. Relax the hands down along the sides of your feet. And then release the hands down deep into the knees. Step the right foot back and then lower the right knee. And then we'll rock up. Arms are going to come straight up in the air. Bring the hands to Namaste, then bring them to your heart. Let's take a twist going to the right. Now, as you twist, I want you should press that left foot into the mat. You should feel a stretch right in your thigh. Now, let's go ahead and open the arms and open up the shoulders a little bit more. And then go ahead and flip your palms. Bring them back to Namaste. We'll twist all the way back to the front. Let's make our way to the left side. Taking your time. Open the arms nice and wide. And then go ahead and flip your palms. Bring your hands back to Namaste. Twist back to the front. We're going to fold forward over that left leg. Release the hands down. Tuck the toes of the back leg and lift the knee. We're going to step forward. We're back into a forward fold. Nice and easy. You can have a softness to your knees here. You're going to step the left foot back. And then soften the left knee down. Flatten out the top of the left foot and we'll rise up. Arms come straight up once again. Bringing your hands to Namaste. Let's slide into your heart. This time we'll twist to the left first. And open the arms nice and wide. Go ahead and flip your palms. Bring the hands back to your heart. Twisting back to the front. Making your way to the right side this time. And then open nice and wide, opening those shoulders. And then flipping your palm. Bringing your hands to Namaste. Twisting back to the front. Folding forward, releasing the hands down to either side of your foot. Tuck the toes of the back leg. Lift the knee. Take your time. And we'll step forward. We're back in a forward fold. Now go ahead and put a little deeper bend to your knees. Slide your hands underneath your feet, bringing your toes to your wrists. And then we'll slowly straighten the legs, getting the hamstring stretched. Nice release for your low back. And just breathe through it, because I know if your hamstrings are tight, you're really feeling it. And then we're going to go ahead and soften our hands out of our feet, bring along the sides of the feet. Head is forward towards the knees. Let's slowly rise to standing once again. Arms up overhead. Let's go ahead and connect the fingers together and pull straight up. And then I want you to look down at your feet and want them to be a little less than shoulder width apart. And then press into the four corners of your feet. Bring your arms forward. You're going to open nice and wide and take those arms all the way back. Shoulders should open. You're going to connect the hands at your low back. You're going to fold forward as you lift your arms, and you're going to fold halfway. Arms going to stay up. And then we're going to rise back up, bringing the hands back down to our low back. They're still connected. Release the fingers, sweep them up overhead. Go ahead and connect them once again. Pulling straight up. Let's rock to the right. Pausing here, stretching the side body. Weight is distributed to the four corners of your feet. Come back to center. Make your way to the left. And back to center. Let's go ahead and walk up to the front of our mat. Release the fingers and float down. Release your hands down and we'll step back one leg at a time, this time into a plank pose. And we're going to hold here, pressing the heels of the hand into the mat. Head is pointed straight out. Core muscles are engaged. Just a few more rests here. If it's starting to feel too much, go ahead and soften your knees. Now let's all soften our knees. Flatten out the tops of the feet. Lower the chest all the way down. Elbows in, toes are pointed. Gently lift up for a baby cobra. You don't need to lift high here. Keep those thighs rolled in. And soften the chest back in. Tuck the toes. Pressing up into a tabletop. Walk the hands slightly in. And then lifting up the hips for downward facing dog. Nice and easy pedal with the legs. And then look towards the hands, and we're going to plant the right foot forward. Let's go ahead and get another opening to the shoulder. Keep the left hand down and lift up the right arm. Pausing here. And then soften that right hand down. Open the left hand up so you can step forward. You're back in a forward fold. This time, step the right leg back. And you're in a lunge. Keep the right hand down on the mat, lift the left arm up. And then soften your left hand down. Open the right hand so you can have room to step forward, back into your forward fold. Roll to standing. Arms up. This time, grab your right wrist, pulling straight up. And then go to the right. Come back to center. Switch, grab the left, pulling straight up. Make your way to the left side. And then coming back to center, release your hands down and shake everything out. Nice work, everyone. You guys all doing okay? Thumbs up or down? Ups, up, up. Everyone's good? All right. Let's go ahead and shake out the legs. All right. I'm just making sure I'm seeing everyone that's here. All right. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and bring our hands down to our sides. And I want you to go ahead and slide the hands up as you bring the shoulders up. And then slide the hands back down. And then we'll repeat, slide the hands up as you bring the shoulders up towards your ears. And then slide the hands down. Let's bring the hands to the waist and step the right foot forward. Plant the right foot flat on the floor. So you want the heel down, both heels are down. And then you're gonna rock forward, your left toes are engaged so you can get a stretch in the back of that leg. And again, a nice little release for your low back. And then we'll rock back, planting that left heel down, and then we'll step back. We're gonna do the opposite side. So we're gonna step that left foot forward, big step forward. But you wanna be able to keep both heels down. And then we're going to rock forward, coming up on the toes of the right leg. You should feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg. And then go ahead and soften the right foot back down. And then a big step back. Relax your arms. Go ahead and shake it out. And then I want you to come probably to the middle of your mat. And then we're going to take and step the right foot back in a warrior one position, so the foot is going to be angled. And then we're going to bend the front knee. And then I want you to shift your pelvis so it's going right over that front knee. And then lift the arms up for warrior one, sinking down into that front leg. Now, I went into the posture this way in hopes that you can get a deeper stretch in the back of that right leg. And then go ahead and soften the arms down first. Turn the back foot and we'll step forward. We'll do the same thing on the left side. We're going to plant that left foot back in a warrior one so the foot is at an angle. Like warrior two, the foot is turned out. But we'll have that that back foot angle. You're gonna bend the front knee, and again, that pelvis is going forward. Arms are gonna go up, warrior one. And then go ahead and soften the arms down, turning the back foot and stepping forward. Shake it out. This time we're gonna go into a warrior two. I need to adjust on my mat. Let's go ahead and step the foot back, but this time the foot goes out. And then we'll lift up the arms, check in. You want them nice and level, and then we're gonna bend the front knee. And this is your warrior two, looking over that front arm. Let's reverse. And coming back to your warrior two. Soften your arms, turn the back foot, step forward. Shake it out. We're gonna do the left side. Step that foot back, and again, the foot is going out this time. The front knee is gonna be bent. Arms are gonna go straight up. Now I want you to do a check-in, making sure those arms are nice and level, and then bending that front leg. Reversing. Coming back to your warrior two. Soften the arms, straighten the front leg, turn the back foot, stepping forward, shake out your legs. Let's come into a mountain pose. Hands down to the side. Take a cleansing breath. Big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. On your next inhale breath, let's lift those arms up overhead. And then let's go ahead and bring them together, bring them to your heart, and bring your right foot into kickstand position, resting the right heel against your left leg. Let's slide the foot to right up underneath the knee. And then we'll lift the arms up once again and open the limbs to archery. Bring the hands back to namaste, slide them back to your heart, and soften the right foot down. Let's bring the left foot into kickstand position. And go ahead and slide the foot to up underneath the knee. Let's lift the arms straight up and open the limbs to archery. And then bring your hands back to namaste, slide them back to your heart. Relax your foot, keeping your hands at your heart. And then let's lift the arms straight up. And then take them behind your head. Bring the thumb all the way to the shoulder if you comfortably can. And then open up the elbows. Bring those elbows in and lift the arms up. And release down. Just shake everything out. I'm going to lift up the right foot, grab the top of the toes. Knee is pointed down. I'm going to actually turn around because I want you to see what I want you to do with your foot. So you're holding on to the foot, and then I want you to bring that heel as close to your bottom as you comfortably can. So you're really getting the stretch in your quads. Now let's go ahead and engage by lifting up that left arm, getting compression out of our back. Right leg, you should really feel like it's working. Or left leg, sorry, left leg. I'm losing my direction as usual. Release your left hand down and soften your foot. Shake everything out. We're going to do the same thing with the left leg. Go ahead and lift it up. Knees pointed down, and then bring that heel as close to your bottom as you comfortably can to increase the stretch in your quads. And then we're going to lift that right arm up, again, getting compression out of our back. And now the right leg is working a little bit harder. And then go ahead and soften your arm, soften your foot, shake everything out. Let's lift up the right leg, and we're going to hold on to it. We're going to pause here. I want you to go ahead and flex the toes up towards the ceiling. and then point them down towards the floor. And then soften it neutral, and then soften your leg down. Let's do the same thing on the left. Lift up the left leg, holding on. Go ahead and point the toes down towards the floor. Doing it the opposite this time. And then flex them up towards the sky. And then soften with a neutral foot. And relax down. Shake out your legs. And then go ahead and lift up your right leg, hold it with both hands. Release your left hand to your waist. Let's go ahead and open our hip, taking that leg to the side. And then bring your knee forward. And let's open it once again. And we'll bring it forward, and this time we'll soften down and shake it out. Let's do the left side, lifting up, holding on with both hands. Release your right hand to your waist and open the hip. And go ahead and bring it back in. And open. And we'll bring it back in, and we'll soften down, and we'll shake everything out. Let's go ahead and walk up to the front of our mats. And let's sweep the arms up overhead. We're going to swan back down. You can put a nice little bend to the knees. Relax the hands down and step back or hop for your plank. We're going to roll over for a side plank. Now you can either roll over, keeping both legs up, lifting your arm, or you can soften the knee down. Up to you. And then we'll roll back to center. We'll go to the opposite side for your side plank. And then go ahead and soften your hands. Back to a full plank. Bring your right knee forward. Angle it towards the corner of your mat. Stretch that left leg out. We're going to go into a pigeon. Go ahead and come down, resting on your forearms for your sleeping swan. We're going to hold this for about a minute. So just relax into the posture. Trying not to collapse into either hip. So you want your weight right in the center. Just a few more breaths here. And then we'll go ahead and press up into our hands. Go ahead and relax into your right hip. Sweep the left leg around. We'll go right into a cow face pose. Let's bring our right arm to the top of our leg. Take the left hand and put behind you and press the fingertips in to keep the back straight. Let's go ahead and wave the hand back and forth. And then open and close our fingers. And then take a twist looking over the left shoulder. That should increase the stretch you're getting in your hip. And then slowly bring your gaze forward and relax your hands. We're going to untwist our legs and we're going to press back up into a downward facing dog. I want you to be able to pedal your legs here. And then let's rock forward into a plank pose. Left knee comes towards the chest and we'll angle it towards the left side of our mat. Going towards that corner. Right leg goes straight back. Then we'll come down on our forearms for sleeping swan on the opposite side. And let's hold it for about a minute. And again, being careful not to collapse into your hips, keeping the weight right in the center. Keeping that knee at an angle and not straight on so that you don't put too much pressure on the knee joint. Enough. And just a few more breaths here. And then we'll slowly press up. And then relax into the left hip, sweep the leg around, propel face on the opposite side. This time, let's go ahead and bring the left arm on top of the leg. Right fingertips go behind you for support. And go ahead and move your left hand back and forth. And open and close your fingers. And then go ahead and pause, back's nice and straight. I'm going to take a twist towards the right shoulder. And then go ahead and bring your gaze forward and then soften your hands. Then we're going to go ahead and uncross our legs right here and then stretch them out in front. Go ahead and pedal the legs up and down. And open and close. And then let's go ahead and open the legs into a wide leg position. And I actually am going to use a block today. We're going to, if you have a block and you need it, go ahead and put it in the center. We're going to shift forward with our pelvis and come down on our elbows. Now, coming down the elbows feels too much, you can go ahead and just press into your hands. There's no pressure to come all the way down. And then bringing your hands close together. So if you're on a block, bring them down the stay. If you're on the floor, just bring them close together. And then let's go ahead and turn our gaze to the right. And then bring it down towards the floor. We'll turn it to the left. And then bring your gaze back down. And then we'll press up into our hands. Let's go ahead and bring the legs in. We'll go ahead and pedal them out. And then let's plant the heels down, toes up. Let's go into a Dandasana. Go ahead and bring the hands next to your hips and gently press in, getting compression out of your back. And then let's go ahead and lift those arms up in the air. And we'll float down towards our feet. Want you to get into a forward fold. I want you to concentrate on pulling those shoulders away from your ears. So you don't want to be bunched up like this. You want to keep the arms as relaxed as you can. Head is soft. Now, if there's too much pressure on the back of your legs, you can always bend the knees. And let's slowly lift up and soften the hands down. Should have put my hair in a bun. It's driving me crazy. Let's go ahead and bring your right foot up next to you. And then go ahead and hug it with the left and then bring your right arm underneath. Now this is a little different. We're going to lift the foot up, bringing the knee towards your chin. You may feel this in your core. You may feel it in your back. Kind of feel it double. Depends on how tight things are. And then go ahead and soften the foot down. And then we'll release the arms and we'll straighten out the legs. We'll do the same thing with the left arm. Bring that left foot up. This time the left arm is going on top, right arm's going to go on the bottom. And then we're going to lift the foot off the floor. And then go ahead and soften that foot down. And relax your arms and straighten out your legs and just go ahead and pedal them out. Let's position ourselves in the center of our mat. We're going to take our right foot and we're going to cross it over the left thigh. You want to try to keep it till the toes are pointed up, your heel is down, and then bring your hands next to your hips. And then just pause here. Now, if you can walk things in closer, you'll get a deeper stretch. Just kind of play with that. I don't want you to overstretch, but I do want you to get a stretch in your hip. And then we're going to go ahead and soften. And then straighten out the legs and pedal them out. And then we're going to do the opposite side. So this time we're going to go ahead and fold that right leg down. Take the left foot, cross it over. Bring your hands behind you. And then make the adjustment to get the deeper stretch in your hip. Try not to collapse into your core. I think I overdid it on this one. Got back off a little. So just kind of play with it. We'll hold it for a few more breaths. And then we'll go ahead and soften out of it and straighten out the legs and go ahead and pedal them up and down. Let's go ahead and bring those feet in to a butterfly position. Holding on to the top of our feet, straighten out your back. Let's go ahead and flap your wings a little bit. And then we'll pause here at center. We're going to shift the pelvis forward, and then we're going to take the elbows to the outside of the legs. Then you can just pause here. If you want to deepen the stretch, take the elbows out a little bit further and forward. But again, there's no pressure to do that. You can stay up here, depending on how much of a stretch you want or need for your inner thighs. And then if you're folded, go ahead and slowly rise. And then let's all bring the elbows to the inside and straighten out the legs once again. I want you to take your right foot and bring it up against the left leg. We're going to go into a half butterfly, but I want you to keep the left leg straight because oftentimes we angle it, but I want you to keep it, the left leg straight and that right knee going straight out. We're going to reach towards our foot with our left hand, and then our head is going to go towards the shoulder and the right arm is going to go overhead. Now you can keep the arm up high. If you can go down towards your feet, you by all means do, but kind of see what you feel like you need today. And then we'll press back up. We're going to turn our body all the way over the folded leg, hands to either side of the knee, and then you'll fold down towards the knee. And then we'll slowly press up, turning the body back to the front, and we'll straighten out the leg, and we'll pedal once again. Let's do the opposite side. So the right leg's going to stay down, toes are going to be up. The left leg is going to come and rest against the right. We're going to reach towards our toes with our right hand. Head comes towards the shoulder, left arm goes overhead. And again, you can stay up high, you can go all the way down to your foot, whatever you feel like you need. Then we'll go ahead and press up. And we're going to turn the body all the way over the folded leg. Now notice how high your knee is up. And that kind of correlates with how tight your hips are. So if one knee is higher than the other, that just means that hip's just a little bit tighter. So just be mindful when you fold. So bring the hands to either side of the leg. And then fold your head down towards your knee. And then we'll go ahead and press back up. And then go ahead and unwind, come back to center. And we'll pedal the legs one more time. And then position yourself back in the center of your mat. And then we're going to roll on down and then bring the knees to the chest. Give them a nice little squeeze. And then you can roll your low back here side to side. Adding your ankles. And wiggle your toes. And then we'll pause at neutral. We're gonna go right into a twist, a reclined twist. We're gonna open the arms up into T. Palms are gonna face down. We're gonna take the knees all the way to the right side. Try to keep your shoulders on your mat. And soften your eyes here. And deepen your breath. I want you to go into some belly breathing here. If you're having trouble getting to that belly breath, just try to do Ujjayi breathing. That automatically gives you a deeper breath. As you relax into the breath, you should feel your shoulders open and your body relax. Now let your breathing come back to its normal breath, nice even breathing. And then lift up your top leg, bring the bottom one with you. Let's bring the arms in once again and give those knees a squeeze. And then a nice little baby massage with the low back, rolling back and forth. You can make some little circles here. That feels good. And then we'll go ahead and pause it, neutral once again. And open up into T position. So we're going to take the knees all the way to the left. Notice we're keeping the gaze at center today. Then go ahead and soften your eyes. Once again, transition into some of that deep belly breathing. Go ahead and open your eyes. And return into your normal breath. And then we'll lift up the top leg, bring the bottom one with you. Give the knees one more squeeze. And then plant the soles down on the floor. Soften your hands next to you. Go ahead and bring your right knee towards your chest and grab the side of the right foot. And then bring that right knee to the right side and you're just opening up the hip here. We're not gonna move in like and I have happy baby. We're just gonna hold the leg in place. And then go ahead and soften and release down. We'll do the left side, bring that left knee towards the chest. Grab the side of the left foot and then bring that left knee down. Holding in place. And then we'll soften and relax the feet. And then go ahead and bring the soles together. We're gonna open up the arms into cactus or goddess position. Shoulders are open, inner thighs are open. Core muscles are engaged here. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest. Or if you're having a deeper breath, the rise and fall of your belly. Is that breath nice and even? If it's not, bring your awareness to it. And shifting your breath in a way that lets you breathe in an even pattern. Let's go ahead and flip the palms over and rest on our low belly. Just one more way to connect with your breath. Just go ahead and soften the hands and you roll the feet down, knees pointed up. We're going to bring the hands in next to us. And then I want you to open out the feet just a little less than shoulder width apart. And then press the feet into the mat and go ahead and lift your low back off your mat. Pressing the pelvis up. And then soften back down. Pausing for a breath here. Pressing the feet into the mat and lifting your pelvis up once again. And then soften down. Let's cross the right ankle over the left knee. Hands are going to stay on the floor. And then go ahead and lift the left foot up. We're going to go right into our reclined pigeon. Thread the hands through, holding on the left leg, and go ahead and straighten it out. And then go ahead and rotate the knee so it's pointed towards you. And then point your toes so they're pointed straight out. And then we're going to pull the leg a little bit closer, giving a deeper stretch. Pausing. Try not to hold your breath here. And go ahead and soften that left foot. And then relax your hands and then lower the foot all the way to the floor. We're going to uncross and we're going to do the left side. So we're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee. Using the core, we're going to go ahead and lift up that right foot. Thread the hands through, grab it onto the right thigh, straighten out the leg, and then rotate that knee so it's pointed towards you, and then point the toes towards you as well. Pulling the leg a little bit closer. And then we're going to go ahead and bend that right leg, relax the hands, and then we're going to lower the foot towards the floor. And then we'll uncross. Let's straighten out the right leg and rest it on the floor. Keep the left foot down and the left knee up. And then I want you to flex the foot up towards the sky. Press the hands into the mat and lift that right leg all the way up to engage your core. Pressing your low back into the mat. And then we'll slowly lower that leg down. And then slide your foot up. We can do the same thing on the left side. So we're going to stretch that left leg out. The heels are down, toes pointed out. Pressing your hands into the mat, activating your core. So you should really feel this right on the sides of your belly. Pressing your hands in, go ahead and lift that leg all the way up. Bring it as close to you as you comfortably can, letting your core do the work. And then we'll soften that leg down. And then walk with that foot out. Let's bring both knees to the chest and let's straighten those legs up in the air. Reaching your hands up towards our feet and then lifting your arms all the way overhead. Pausing here. Now, if this feels too intense on your legs, you can put a bend to your knees. So honor your body, listening to what feels right for you. And then we're going to slowly open the feet, reaching our hands up towards the feet, and then bring the feet closer to you, and then press away. Now the core should be doing the work. Bring those feet closer to you, and pressing away. And one last time, bringing those feet closer to you, and pressing away. And soften your hands down. Legs are staying here for just a few more breaths. It's been a pretty different kind of practice today. We've activated muscles in a way that we haven't in a while. So just be mindful of that as we get closing out of our practice, as you relax in your Shavasana. Just letting all of your muscles relax. It's going to be super important. Let's go ahead and open our legs into a V. And then I want you to rotate the heels slightly so they point out and the toes point down towards the floor. And then we'll bend into a frog and grab the sides of our feet. We're going to pause here before we go into our happy baby. So just hold the legs in place. And now going into your happy baby, you roll your back, kick your feet. Moving in whatever way feels good for you. And then when you're ready, go ahead and stretch out your legs, arms overhead. Nice full body stretch. And then we'll go ahead and soften the shoulders first. Let the arms splay out. Let your legs just go in whatever way they need to go. Exhale out any breath you've been holding in. Then we'll let our face muscles relax. And let your mouth just be slightly open. Nice, easy breathing. Everything's nice and soft. If your mind starts to wander, bring it back to your Wishbone Mudra, that blooming mudra that we started our practice with. And we'll slowly bring our awareness back to our body. Easy movement with your fingers and your toes. And your wrists and your ankles. And then arms overhead, nice full body stretch. Soften into your side, keeping your eyes nice and soft. And pausing. And easing your way into a seated position. And then let's go ahead and bring our head towards our right shoulder. Roll it back, take it to the left. Take a full circle with the head. And reverse in the direction. And dropping your chin towards your chest, your hands to your heart. As always, thank you for sharing your practice. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.